Hey y'all. Look, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm going in. So out of a courtesy to y'all, I'm not gonna shout out nobody's name because I'm about to go all the fuck the way in, and I got a lot to get to. I probably will. I don't. but I don't give a damn how long it takes. I'm gonna get through all of it. I am going to get through all of it. So I'm just gonna sit back for a second. Like I said, hi to everyone, but I'm not going to personally shout you out by name. It's not because I'm ignoring you, it's because I'm about to go the fuck in. So I'm just gonna wait for a couple more people to log in. Cause then people gonna be logging in, they're gonna be like, what happened? I'm like, what happened? So let me just go ahead. I'm gonna give y'all a second. I've been on here for a minute, so I'm gonna give you one more minute and then I'm about to go to fucking. I got my receipts. It's about to be some shit. And I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna let you know from jump how I'm going in so that you can go ahead and log the fuck off if this ain't your cup of tea. Okay? I'm not even gonna build up. I'm gonna come in hot. So you know, if you ain't built for it, go on ahead and get the fuck off my page. Okay? I'm warning you. I got my hair pulled back. Chad, I was flat ironing it though. My fucking ass took too long to flat iron it. So I got my black on edge control on. Black on lipstick, black on earrings. I'm about to go the fuck in. I'm gonna give you one more minute. I gotta pull up some shit. I got some audio. I got some shit. Cause I'm deconstructing everything. And nobody getting away with shit on my motherfucking watch today. Period. If you're just tuning in, hello. Like I said, I'm not shouting out people today, and that's intentional. It's no shade to you. It's because I'm about to go in. All right, let's start off with the first shit today. Actually, no. Wait a minute. I said to myself, I want to start off a certain way so that y'all know that I ain't fucking playing. So let me start off with this. Joe Biden, Joseph Robinette Biden, I hold you personally accountable for what is happening right now. You personally. I hold you personally responsible for the disgrace and for the degradation that we are seeing today that is unacceptable to me. This process is beyond tainted. It's actually disgusting. It's demoralizing. It's discouraging to see Black women. And make no mistake about it, this is not just Kamala Harris that's being dragged through the mud. Because if you don't think that painting a Black woman, pitting two Black women against each other, number one. Number two, painting one of the Black women as a docile pushover who's unambitious, even though she's sitting for interviews for editorial boards and calling around to try to get endorsements. She's unambitious. She's unthreatening to you. If you don't think that's insulting, if you don't think that's degrading, there's something wrong with you. So it's not just Kamala that's being degraded in this process. It's not just Kamala that's being debased in this process. It's Black women. And I have a fucking problem with that. And at this point, I hold you, Joseph Robinette Biden, personally responsible. You're running to be the commander-in-chief. You're running to say, the buck stops with me. The buck stops with you, Joe Biden. Now, I don't know if this is you throwing a rock and hiding your hand with all these motherfuckers coming for Kamala, or if you're just out of control. If you don't have any control over your people. I don't know which one is it. Neither one is exculpatory. Joe Biden. Neither one of them reflects well on you. But you can pick a struggle. You can pick a struggle. I don't have no control over these people. I don't know. It's not my fault. All these people that are close to me are coming on here. And I don't know. It's not my fault. What kind of fucking leader says that? Or you're sanctioning it. I don't know. You pick one. Neither is a good look, but I'm holding you personally motherfucking responsible. I said the other day, it's two people that can clean up Chris Dodd's mess. I said it was Chris Dodd and Joe Biden. There's only one person that can clean up this mess, and that's you, Joe Biden. Not Jen O'Malley Dillon. Not the blacks. You. It's your fucking responsibility to clean this shit up. And I hold you personally accountable for it, because this has never happened in the history of a VP vetting process where the candidates are debased and attacked ruthlessly and senselessly by people purporting to be in the candidate's fucking inner circle. I've never seen this, and I'm not the only person that said that they've never seen this. It's plenty of white folks that are saying they've never seen this too. This is unprecedented. It's disgraceful. I hold you responsible for it, Joe Biden. You. This reflects on you. This reflects on your campaign. This reflects on your legacy. You personally. And guess what? A lot of people are going to feel the same motherfucking way if they don't know about it, and they will know about it. You think the Republicans are going to make sure of that? Do you think so? You're delusional. This is a poor reflection on you, Joe Biden. This is a poor reflection on the Democratic Party. And I'm holding you all accountable for it. And I'm saying this regardless of who gets picked. It's a fucking poor reflection. It's a disgrace. It's unacceptable. I won't stand for it. I don't have any more power than what the fuck I'm saying, but I'm telling you right now, I won't stand for it. People are saying the fish rots from the head, and it stinks. It's funky up in this motherfucker. Febreze will not fix this motherfucking rotten fish ass smell up in this motherfucking process. You have to fix it. Clean it up. Be a fucking leader. Rise to the motherfucking occasion like you haven't done. And clean this shit up. If you aren't behind this shit with Kamala, you fucking owe it to her to say she deserves better. You owe that to her. You created this monster. You're responsible. And all these motherfuckers that running their funky ass to fucking Politico and CNBC and New York Times and Washington Post, all y'all motherfuckers are responsible, and we're gonna see to it that you motherfuckers are exposed for the fucking white supremacists and for the sexist pieces of shit that you fucking are. We're gonna see to that. This will not go unanswered. Be clear about that. And I'm just getting started. Now, let me go on. The first thing this morning that I saw is that you had this shit, what is it called? The Hacks on Tap with motherfucking David Axelrod and John Heilman and Mark Murphy or whoever the fuck. So I have several things that I'm going to drag today. Everybody's getting it today. Be clear, nobody's getting a pass. I just haven't gotten it to it yet. Okay? I'm going to get to it today. I got time today. But I wanted you guys to know what the fuck I'm saying from jump. So let me get on to the first three motherfuckers that's going to get dragged. And they're not just going to get dragged. I'm going to deconstruct it. Because a lot of people say, well, who cares about this person? Who cares about that person? And I told them, as a black woman, it's my motherfucking job and responsibility to be able to survive in this fucking white supremacist country, to be able to identify patterns of pervasive, insidious behavior. I don't fucking have the luxury of not caring, of being apathetic to it, and being bird boxed to it. I have to survive in this country. I have to know what the fuck is going on. I don't have a motherfucking choice. Regardless of who it's fucking coming from, I have to know what's going on. So, I'm going to let you guys know what's going on. And this is the thing about it. These motherfuckers are about to get dragged right now, but be clear, they're not the exception. They're not exceptional. They're part of the good old boys and girls, network of motherfuckers that run this country, that run the Democratic Party. We have a white supremacist problem in the Democratic Party. Do y'all see that now? I've been saying it. Do you see it? Is it not fucking clear? How many motherfucking hit pieces? How many motherfuckers have to go out here and say the shit before you motherfuckers recognize what's happening. They want us to recognize it. So why the fuck aren't y'all paying attention? So here we go. Again, this is just group number 1 that's getting fucking dragged. And I'm not finished after this. Let me go on ahead and start. I might have to fast forward through a little bit, y'all. So this is from their fucking podcast. And I guess this was 2 days ago. So this is on the heels of the Chris Dodd article. And so you have 3 white men. Isn't it funny how the main podcast are all men? Pod Save America, Hack on Stack. All a bunch of white motherfuckers sitting up here framing the narratives. And then you got a bunch of black motherfuckers who's quiet as a church mouse. Where y'all at? You have motherfucking Patreons. You have followings. You have blue checks. Where y'all at? Y'all see the shit any other motherfucking time. Now you don't see it. Y'all full of shit, so I'm gonna drag y'all motherfuckers too. But I'm starting off here. Ricky Smiley, I got something for your ass too. But I'm starting off here. So anyway, this is them pontificating about the VPP.
You're the
Let me know if y'all can hear this.
What do you hear? Well, I sort of assume that given, the history here for anybody who doesn't know it, right? Normally, you guys rolled out Biden on the Saturday.
All right, I'm going to fast
still puts her at the top of the list.
All right, hold on. I got to find this shit.
Through a cutout, took a hard high stake.
Hold on, sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I should have fucking edited this raggedy shit, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to get to the part. But y'all heard that, right? Okay. So they start off.
I think because of the nature of this convention and other factors that they are not, they don't want to wait that long, but they're certainly not going to do it this weekend. So I would, if I were sitting around thinking about when do I think this is going to happen, the weekend between those two things, the weekend of the Saturday, maybe Saturday the 8th is when you might see this thing come out. And, it's clear that there is, and we all saw this piece yesterday in Politico where Chris Dodd, through a cutout, took a hard high stick shot at Kamala Harris.
Yeah, that was surprising.
Very openly, kind of attacked her. But I will say, not to make an excuse for Chris Dodd, because he obviously got slammed by a lot of her friends in the press and so on, and it was a little unseemly. He was giving voice to a thing that is around in Biden world about her.
He was giving voice to a thing that is around in Biden world about her. Joseph Robinette Biden, I hold you personally responsible for that. That's not a John Howman. That's not a funky ass David Axelrod thing. That's not even a Chris Dodd's punk ass thing. That's you, Joe Biden. He's giving voice to something that's around Biden world. Who's Biden world? Somebody says old white people. Just be clear about that. That's why I'm calling this shit out. Because it's not an exception. It's pervasive and it's insidious. And everybody, I don't know. How do you know it's coming from Joe Biden? How many motherfuckers have to sit out here? The motherfucking DCNBC article said yesterday was motherfucking dozen people. How many motherfuckers have to come out and piss on your motherfucking leg before you say, that's piss on my leg. That's not rain. Wake the fuck up. They're telling you. They want you to know it.
Which is, it's giving voice to a view that people, those who are not pro-Harris, their main reason for not being pro-Harris is that they think there's a trust question, and it goes back to the way she behaved in that debate in July of 2019.
The way she behaved in that debate. Well, what was her behavior? Do we want to talk about Joe Biden's behavior? Appraising segregationists that he worked with in the Senate to pass the Helms anti-busing legislation. Do you want to talk about Joe Biden's behavior that was being called out of him telling a fucking black man who called him out for praising segregationists that he should apologize? We're not talking about that behavior. We're talking about Kamala Harris's behavior. It's a fucking debate. Man the fuck up. How the fuck fuck are you gonna go against fucking Putin and Kim Jong-un and you can't even fucking handle a black woman on a fucking debate stage checking you about some shit you had no fucking business saying? Man the fuck up. Y'all make this motherfucker sound so weak. Is he not weak? Is he fit to be president? You think fucking Donald Trump ain't gonna rip this motherfucker apart on the debate stage? Man the fuck up! Y'all bitches is crying about a fucking debate as if motherfucking Donald Trump ain't the same motherfucker that sat up there and brought the bitches that sat up there and accused motherfucking Bill Clinton to the debate and sat them right in front of motherfucking Hillary Clinton like he didn't give a fuck. And you scared about what Kamala behaved? And you going up against motherfucking Donald don't give a fuck Trump? You sound weak. You sound pathetic. You shouldn't even be shook. Oh my God. I've never been shook about what anybody said about me motherfucking 12 minutes ago, let alone motherfucking 12 motherfucking months ago. I'm not even shook by what somebody said 12 motherfucking seconds ago. You sound weak.
The conventional wisdom still puts her at the top of the list. I still think that Elizabeth Warren's going to be on the short list.
Conventional wisdom still puts her at the top of the list. Why? Because she's the most motherfucking qualified. But guess what? When you black, that ain't enough.
I think there's a big shopping spree going on right now for who the third finalist is.
Why the fuck is there a shopping spree? And y'all motherfucking ass said you was going to make a decision by August 1st. You know what that is? It's called seeing which way the motherfucking wind blows. It's called people don't actually have respect for your decision-making process. That treated you like motherfucking Donald Trump. You know what they say to Donald Trump? Oh, well, we go on motherfucking Fox News because he watches Fox News and then he'll have our talk points. That's how we communicate to him. Is that what's happening here? Motherfuckers feel, oh, let's go leak to Politico. Let's go leak to all these other motherfucking places. That'll get his attention. You sound real flaky. Shopping around? How the fuck you been running for president for 3 decades? This is your third time. Third time's a charm. And you've been the motherfucking nominee since April, and you still shopping around. That doesn't reflect well on you.
And I think Susan Rice is getting a hard look. I think Karen Bass is getting a hard look. I think Tammy Duckworth is getting a hard look. I think those are sort of the 3 candidates who are in contention to fill the third position of the final 3 that he's going to weigh, because I think Harris and Warren are going to be in that final 3, and that's about as far as I'm willing to go at this moment.
You know, the Biden people have done a good job, because I've been reading all these...
A good job at what? They've done a fucking shitty job. Unless by good you mean degrading black women, debasing them, running a sexist, misogynist beef sticks. That's good? What's your fucking definition of good? They've done a shitty job. Be clear. I don't know who will tell me that, but I'm telling you that. You did a fucking terrible job. How the fuck do you say you're going to pick a woman and you turn around and still manage to communicate and convey to everybody how fucking sexist the process is? How is that good? Oh, I tell y'all, the people in these white math, y'all measure shit differently. Y'all motherfucking drag Kamala Harris ass because low-level motherfuckers probably getting paid who probably 20 levels removed from Kamala was talking shit to Politico, and y'all dragged her. Oh, her campaign, she didn't run this kind of campaign. And yet you have motherfucking Joe Biden and the motherfucker on his VP vetting committee leaking shit to the Politico. Why the double standard? Why the white is right standard? Why the disconnect? I haven't even left the ground yet.
TikToks, and it's clear they're all very thinly sourced. Nobody's really talking. I mean, I trust you more than most to have a real beat on what's going on there. But the Biden guys have done a good job of kind of keeping it pretty tight, so I keep reading the same article over and over again.
What if they kept tight? We know that motherfucking Chris Dodd's punk ass is sitting up there having a fucking crusade against Kamala Harris. We know that over a dozen people have a crusade against Kamala Harris. What's tight about that? And we know who they're trying to make fetch happen with. What's tight about that? That's tight. That's quiet. Again, there's that white math.
I know what he's going to do. I won't say what he ought to do. I've said it 100 times on here. But
he said, I won't say what he ought to do. I've said it 100 times on here. Y'all, guess who this motherfucker David Axelrod believes should be the motherfucking VP? Gina Raimondo. Gina Raimondo is who he said 100 times should be motherfucking VP, and do what? What is she gonna do? Don't nobody even know who the fuck she is. But we have a white is white problem. White is right.
I don't think it'll be Harris, because ambition, trust, and the reviews you get of her behind the scenes in Democratic politics in the Senate are not good. And
let's three things. I don't think it'll be Harris because ambition, trust, and the reviews that you get of her behind the scenes are not good. Well, I'll be goddamn. Isn't it a whole motherfucking shocker that an institution that is hundreds of years old and has only had 2 black women ever in the Senate out of over 1,900 people total, too, that's 0.1%, would be hostile to a black woman. Who the fuck does this black bitch think that she is? That's the energy y'all have. We see it. We know it. I know it. I know how to fucking recognize it. Who does this black bitch think that she is, walking her motherfucking ass up in here like she's somebody? That's revelatory. Meanwhile, all these motherfuckers, every time I turn around, Kamala has some shit that's bipartisan. Kamala has some shit that has plenty of co-sponsors. Kamala has some shit that's bicameral. Meanwhile, everybody is touting Kamala Harris's motherfucking endorsement, but she's not like the treachery. What they're saying is that it's a whole bunch of fake and phony white supremacist motherfuckers in the Democratic Party. Duh! I know that, but you're exposing it. Thank you. The cat's out the bag. That's not an indictment on Kamala. That's an indictment on them. And the fact that they're cowards, that they won't even say it to her face, won't even say it to their chest. That's reflection on them and not Kamala. The only reflection that's on Kamala is that she's that bitch. She's that powerful bitch that these motherfuckers got to go on background and dog her ass out behind the motherfucking scenes. Because that ain't what motherfuckers was saying during the primary. Now all of a sudden Kamala ain't shit. Since when? Kamala the most motherfucking requested surrogate in the midterms. Now she ain't shit all of a sudden? Oh, okay. Well, if that is the case, that's a reflection on these motherfuckers, and call them out. Please, I would love to drag their motherfucking asses by name. David Axelrod. Like I'm dragging your motherfucking ass. Oh, yeah. Let us know who. Who said that? Who said that? Who said that? Say it with your motherfucking chest. Bitch.
The scrutiny this choice is going to have as for potential next president is going to be tremendous. Not to mention, the policy.
The scrutiny that this next president is going to have is going to be tremendous. And guess what? She's already vetted. Did y'all motherfuckers forget that? That's why you punk ass bitches are sitting up there talking about motherfucking ambition and trust. And be clear, trust is not actually trust. What trust means is I trust you to be my little blackie. Back in the bus, blackie. That's where the trust comes in. Trust ain't about truth. Trust is not about accountability. Trust is not about competence. She's entrusted with the most sacred national security intel, classified intel in the whole fucking country. She's not trustworthy. She's the only black woman on the intelligence committee. She hears our motherfucking darkest secrets every fucking week, sitting on the motherfucking Senate Intelligence Committee. And she's not trustworthy. How the fuck does that make sense? Y'all are full of shit. And again, with this ambition shit, I'm gonna pull out some receipts on this ambition shit on Joe Robinette Biden and David motherfucking Axelrod. He trying to sit up there and motherfucking rewrite history. I'm gonna pull out some receipts on that ass too.
Differences between them is an opportunity for Trump. So I don't know who it'll be, but I'm willing to bet money against Kamala. Watch Bass.
Well, let me.
I'm willing to bet money against Kamala. Watch Bass. Well, I'm confused. Why is Bass being exalted as the anti-ambition, anti-Kamala when Karen Bass, and it's no shade to her, but she's sitting for endorsement interviews. She's sitting for interviews about the VP position. She's pitching herself for the VP position. There's a disconnect.
Well, let me just say a word for Chris Dodd. Usually in Washington, people stab other people in the back. He stabbed her right in the front. I mean, there was no disguise about what he was up to. But look, that is.
Shut your goofy motherfucking ass up. What is fucking funny about that? What's funny about violating the fucking secrecy and discretion and sacredness of a process to fucking trash a black woman that didn't do nothing to deserve it? What's funny? What's funny? Y'all kikiing over that? Who gonna get the last laugh though, bitch? I hold you accountable for this, Joe Biden. I'm holding you accountable for this. I'm going to keep saying that. And he stabbed her in the front. So anybody trying to act like, oh, you know, I don't know if it was Chris Dodd. Oh, it was unnamed sources. X, Y, and Z. These motherfuckers, David Axelrod himself is saying that it was Chris Dodd. All these motherfuckers agree that it's Chris Dodd. Didn't nobody come out and say, no, I don't think he said that. No, I don't think that he's trying to do that. I think they were taken out of context. Oh, I think that they're just trying to put words in his mouth. No. Is that trustworthy? How the fuck is that trustworthy? But he's white, so it's right.
Kamala Harris is in certain ways the path of least resistance. She's a woman of color. She won't thrill anybody. She
won't thrill anybody, bitch. What the fuck is you talking about? Kamala Harris had the largest motherfucking rally with 20,000 people in Oakland when she kicked off her campaign. Kamala Harris is the person that, according to polls, USA motherfucking Today, but you know, the white math is where it comes in. According to USA motherfucking Today, she's the person that generates the most enthusiasm. So what the fuck is you talking about, Axelrod? You see how they have these white motherfuckers that sit up here and they get to be the motherfuckers with the platform and they say shit that's actually fucking inaccurate. And nobody challenges them. But this is the same motherfucker that thinks it should be Gina Raimondo? When is Gina Raimondo polled above 0% with a fucking enthusiasm? When does that happen? It's the white math. It's the white math. I also want to point out, do you see the way that they try to, they diminish her? Oh, she's the path of least resistance. She's a woman of color. Bitch. But then when they talk about Elizabeth Warren later, she's intelligent. They talk about all these fucking attributes about her. But when they talk about her, Kamala Harris, she's a woman of color. She's what did he say? Path of least fucking resistance. Fuck you. How the fuck is Kamala Harris the path of least resistance when y'all giving her the most fucking resistance? Well, you know what? Even in their motherfucking slander and degradation of Kamala, they have to admit that Kamala is the motherfucker that can win this man the White House much easier than anybody else. They still have to admit it. That's unquestionable. That's unassailable. And when they try to act like she's not safe, what do they try to bring up? The debate. Nothing of substance.
Anybody, and that's why she's always been at the top of the list. I think that but there is a question of not just what she did in the debate, but one of the things that if I were Biden, I'd be thinking about is the person I pick going to begin running for president the day we get to the White House? Because I don't want that. I want someone who's going to be my Biden, someone who's going to be loyal in public, candid in private, someone I can hand major tasks to, someone who's prepared to be president but is not running for president.
Gina Raimondo.
And,
Excuse me, it's clearing my throat.
You heard this? Gina Raimondo?
This is our big thing here. We have to say Gina Raimondo, who I adore, a great person,
Yes.
great public official.
Rhodes
We have
Scholar.
to say it once every
Rhodes Scholar.
podcast. But you know,
Oh, so it's all that. Great public official, I adore, Rhodes Scholar. It's all that with Gina and the black woman ain't shit. Y'all see how they do? That's why I say it's fucking insidious. That's why I'm deconstructing it. Because I don't want you to miss it. Now, you might deny it, but you're not going to miss it. But let's talk about my Biden. Let's talk about how full of shit motherfucking David Axelrod is here. Because I have the receipts. Y'all know I'm the receipts queen. So I'm about to pull the receipts out on that motherfucking ass. Because motherfucking David Axelrod is full of shit. David Axelrod knows good and motherfucking well that Joe Biden was anything but a shrinking violet. Okay? He's rewriting history, even though he was motherfucking there. How are you there? You're trying to rewrite history, but I'm going to refresh David Axelrod's motherfucking memory. Like James Lawson said, remember the Reverend Dr. James Lawson at John Lewis's funeral? He said they don't even get it right. Well, they don't get it right when they're talking about it now, but we have the receipts. This is what was said. January 23rd, 2013. So that's right after President Barack Obama was sworn in for the second time. This is the motherfucking headline. Politico. Y'all love Politico. Biden campaign. Biden intoxicated by 2016 run. Y'all see that shit? Ooh. Isn't that interesting? He was intoxicated by 2000. Oh, okay, but it was okay. It was okay for him. Joe Biden summoned more than 200 Democratic insiders to the vice presidential residence Sunday night to chat about the 2012 triumph. Okay, isn't that nice? But many walked away convinced his rising 2016 ambitions were the real intent of the long, intimate night. Oh my God. So you mean to tell me that Joe Biden was running for president, or he was ambitious about running for president the first fucking day of the second Obama term? What do we call that? That's not a problem. It's okay, because if it's white, it's right. I took a look at who was there and said to myself, there is no question he's thinking about the future. Well, there's nothing wrong with that, right? Nobody was impugning his character for that, was they? Were they? He's right. I'm going to continue. Biden, according to a number of advisors and Democrats who have spoken to him in recent months, well, damn, in recent months would have been during the campaign. So you mean to tell me that while speaking to him, while he's campaigning for Obama's re-election, he's already having these conversations about running in 2016. Isn't that interesting? I thought that was supposed to be problematic. Should Obama have replaced Joe Biden as VP for having discussions about running in 2016? Are we saying that? If ambition is disqualifying, why not? In recent months, wants to run or at least be well positioned to run if and when he decides to pull the trigger. Biden has expressed a clear sense of urgency, convinced the Democratic field will be defined quickly, and that it might very well come down to a private chat with Hillary Clinton about who should finish what Barack Obama started. He's intoxicated by the idea. This is 2013. And it's impossible not to be intoxicated by the idea. It's impossible to not be intoxicated about the idea of running for president when you're a white man. But when you're a black woman, it's disqualifying. Y'all see the double standard? Y'all see why I'm pissed? Y'all see why I will have no parts of it? I'm not even dignifying any trolls right now. So if anybody's a moderator in my Periscope, please block Robert. You picked the wrong day to fuck with me, so you got to go bye. Anyway, that's the extent that I'm gonna let any motherfuckers sidetrack me today. You fucking bitches don't play with me today. I ain't fucking having it. I'm staying on track. Don't fucking come in my shit with the bullshit. If y'all see somebody online, block that motherfucking ass. I'm not having it. With motherfuckers who got fucking 2 fucking followers on Twitter. Anyway, as I was saying, and the intoxication is hardly new. Officials working in the Obama-Biden campaign last year were struck by how the vice president always seemed to have an eye on a run, including aggressively courting the president's donors. Oh my God. Now Kamala brings her own donors. Didn't they have to shut Kamala down in order for Joe Biden to raise money? Because he was struggling. Now he's a nominee, so I guess the cash cows are cash cows flowing. Even with trying to siphon off Obama's fucking donors as far back as 2012, 2013, he was still struggling. They were struck by it. So that's from Political. That's a whole article. I shared it. I'm sure it won't be hard if you say Biden intoxicated by 2016 run. Be clear, I don't have a problem with the fuck Biden did. I don't have a problem with Biden wanting to be vice president. But I'm saying keep the same motherfucking energy for Kamala Harris. Don't be a fucking hypocrite. Now let's go to one more thing. It's not a huge part that I need to point out, but there was a 2019 article. Probably, I don't know if Obama was trying to distance himself from Joe Biden. Obama and Biden's relationship looks rosy. It wasn't always that simple. Really? Because Obama has been the pretext, I need somebody who's simpatico. Y'all made it seem like there was 2 peas in the pot. We know that's not true, though. Come on, we know that. I read the article in motherfucking August when it came out, August 2019. Now you want to rewrite history. But let me read what it says in here. And guess what? This is where the motherfucking receipts come from. Let me get to it. A protective partner. The next 8 years are the stuff of buddy movie lore. A shotgun marriage that gradually turned into a love story. Mr. Axelrod's telling. So, David Axelrod, last year he said that it was a shotgun marriage. They weren't really fucking with each other, translation. But now, today, this motherfucker sitting up there trying to act like they was motherfucking at best buds. Still, Mr. Biden's simmering ambition, there goes that ambition word, was a source of unease for both men. Oh, really? Mr. Plouffe, I had to get on his ass too a couple weeks ago, shut down an early move made by Mr. Biden as vice president to assemble a presidential team in waiting. So you had to be shut down? Wait a minute, hold on, run it back. All these motherfuckers out here, Chris Dodd, David Axelrod, John Morgan, all you punk bitches out here talking about motherfucking Kamala Harris. You so fucking worried about Kamala Harris trying to be motherfucking president. Newsflash, she ran for president. Obviously, she wants to be fucking president, as does every motherfucking other person that is running for VP, whether they want to admit it or not. But that's what they're saying. It's projection. It's projection. Didn't I say that in my article about Chris Dodd, that they like to project? The Chris Dodds like to project. I'm going to run that back. Somebody said run it back. Let me run it back in case you missed it. Mr. Biden's simmering ambition was a source of unease for both men. Mr. Plouffe shut down an early move by Mr. Biden. An early move by Mr. Biden. An early move by Mr. Biden, or made by Mr. Biden as vice president, to assemble a presidential team in waiting. Now, don't that sound like a disconnect to y'all? What you're hearing in 2020 about Kamala Harris, who's been nothing but a team player. 12 motherfucking events for Joe by my count, or more. There's probably shit we haven't even heard about. But she the one that's not loyal? Her ambition is a problem? But Joe Biden was personally shut down by the Obama team for trying to assemble a presidential team in waiting? It's a disconnect. And by disconnect, I mean you motherfuckers are full of shit and you're trying to gaslight us, and I'm not motherfucking having it. Because there is a way to verify all this shit. There's a way to fact check it. But you're not used to being fact checked, are you?
Let's run through some of the names that...
Okay, that's it. That's all I need to go from this funky ass shit. But I just wanted to point out the motherfucking hypocrisy and the full of shitness of that. Particularly you, David Axelrod. Particularly you. I'm not one of these black blue checks that's scared of you motherfuckers. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't make money kissing up to you motherfuckers. I don't make money from the good old boys club. I don't make money from kissing the motherfucking ring. I would never do that. Which is why I'm saying this shit to you. I have no respect for you. I have nothing but contempt for the way that you've treated Kamala Harris. It's unacceptable. Now, let me move on. Because there's another article that came out on some bullshit from the New York motherfucking Times. And I'm not going to read the whole thing. I could deconstruct it, but it's a lot of motherfuckers to get to. It's a lot of them. Before I get to that, let me talk about Ed, punk ass, motherfucking racist, bitch ass Rendell. Here this motherfucker go. Talking shit. Talking about, this is a CNN article. Do you know, I know somebody's saying the video and audio is out of sync. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't help it. I don't know what the fuck is going on. But I can't do nothing about it. So y'all just have to have a little bit of, somebody say, kung fu action. Let me see if I can do this. Sync up. Is it? All right. Is that do it a little bit? I think maybe it's a little closer. Anyway, I find it interesting. If you motherfuckers don't want it to be Karen Bass, let me stop. See, I shake the table. Let me take a step back from the thing. Because if I shake it, it gets out of sync. I think it's in sync now. Okay. Anyways, if you want to pick somebody other than Kamala, have some conviction in your motherfucking pick. Why can't you just pick somebody without clout chasing off a motherfucking Kamala Harris? Why can't you bitches write an article without Kamala Harris's name in it? Anyway, let me talk about this. And now Ed Brendo, apparently he's been getting dragged, which is appropriate. Because he said Kamala can rub some people the wrong way. You know what? You rub me the wrong way, bitch. Racist, old ass white motherfuckers rub me the wrong way, bitch. The same motherfucker that said he doesn't know if motherfucking Barack Obama's black ass can win Pennsylvania because he's black. You rub me the wrong way, bitch. else you motherfucking rode in on. Paul Begala, he says, I have no faith for VP. You know, they always got to put that out there. I trust Joe Biden. I don't. But that's what he says. He says he trusts Joe Biden. But let me say this about Ed Rendell, whom I've known since 86. He is full of it. As DNC chair, when the SCOTUS was stealing the presidency from Al Gore, he called on Gore to concede. He has no standing to criticize Kamala Harris. Exactly. So shut the fuck up, bitch. You've said enough. I've been telling people keep talking, but Ed Rendell, you can drink a tall glass of shut the fuck up. Do us that favor. We definitely don't need to hear from your punk ass. And that's not an endorsement of Paul Begala either. Trust on that. But all these motherfuckers have the daggers out, and they've said it. They've said it. And for why? Why? Why do y'all hate this black woman so much? This black woman that you've called on to endorse your funky ass. This black woman that you've called on to co-sponsor legislation with. This black woman that you've called on to participate in your fucking Zooms, to stump on your behalf, to come to your events. Why do you hate this black woman so much? Why do you resent her so much? Why does it kill you so much? Why do you uniquely hate her this much when she's been nothing but a team player? Why? The fucking Democratic Party needs a fucking exorcism. They need an exorcism. Because this is some real demonic shit that I'm seeing. The spirit of it don't sit right with me. That's why I'm calling it out, because it don't sit right with me, Chad. I wish I was one of the people who could pray. You know, like even DMX, did y'all catch him and Snoop Dogg, how he had that prayer, Chad? I need a DMX style prayer. Because there's some demons up and through this motherfucking Democratic Party. These Democrats is putting the DEM in demons. That's what I'm saying. Because it ain't no motherfucking excuse for this shit. You don't have to do none of the shit that you're doing. You don't. People are saying the enema. They full of shit. Flush all that shit in that bile out of you. Your stomach got to be fucked up holding all that shit inside. Anyway. So that's Ed punk ass Rendell. Shut the fuck up. Let me go to this fucking goddamn New York Times article. And you know what? I appreciate it. I appreciate the cat being let out the bag. I love to know. I'm not one of those people, I don't want to know. I don't want to read that. I don't like who wrote that. I'm not going to look at it. I read every single oppo piece on Kamala Harris because you're not catching me off guard. You're not going to be able to do it. And I've read the oppo shit on the other people. And I know that Kamala Harris does not want to bring down other black women, and neither do I. But I have to say to the other black woman, do y'all think that the Biden campaign is going to have your back? Do you feel confident in that? At least Kamala know what she getting into. She know these motherfuckers ain't shit. She know to watch her back and her front. Now, y'all might be comfortable. It's not me. I don't give a fuck. Until it is you. Tuh. And then it's not going to be a key anymore now, is it? But go ahead. Go ahead. I ain't going to say nothing about nobody else. But all I know is that I've seen it. And it is, trust me, tough. If y'all think it's only going to be comments on getting dragged to shitty VP, tough. But that's not going to be my business. Let me go on ahead. And and say that. And you know, it's very interesting. There is a quote in here from Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. It shouldn't be someone that just amplifies what Biden does well. It should be somebody that brings new constituencies to the table. AOC, where the fuck is you at? Miss grandstanding on the motherfucking House floor about sexism and all this shit because somebody called you a fucking bitch and you ain't said a nary fucking word about Kamala Harris and Kamala Harris stood up for you. Where you at? Y'all motherfuckers don't keep the same energy. You full of shit too. All the motherfuckers that be sitting up there, AOC, we're proud of you, AOC. Oh, woman, or I am woman, hear me war. And you bitches don't have nothing to say now that motherfucking Kamala Harris ass is getting dragged. Y'all full of shit. I see you. And guess what? When y'all motherfucking ass get dragged, I'm going to be bird box like how your motherfucking ass is. Next time. You can count on that. And when motherfuckers is dragging your ass in my comments, I ain't going to say shit. I ain't going to defend your motherfucking ass. I'm going to be like, well, that's your problem. Because you're full of shit. It's a disconnect. Anyway. Cedric Richmond, this is interesting. There's going to be an awful lot to do starting on day one. So I think it's important to have somebody who can be focused on the task and not running for president as soon as we finish the inauguration. What does that mean? Who in the running is say it with your chest, Cedric. I think if it's important to have somebody who's focused on the task, isn't it kind of important to have somebody who has all the fucking qualifications? Who has executive experience, legislative experience, who has policy solutions, who has relationships, who has coalitions? None of that shit matters. Just somebody's perception of how meek and mild you'll be. Even though Joe Biden ass, like I pointed out earlier, was running for motherfucking president, the second goddamn Barack Obama got in there. We don't keep the same energy though. The Bidens are looking for somebody as loyal to them as they were to Barack and Michelle Obama. Isn't that nice that Christine Pelosi, the daughter of the speaker? So that's why you motherfuckers are sitting out there trying to denigrate Kamala and make her out to be like she's just loyal and that she's not trustworthy. Again, a person who sits on a fucking intelligence select committee who is entrusted with the motherfucking biggest secrets in our country and the world is not trustworthy enough for the Bidens? For David fucking Axelrod? For Chris funky ass Dodd? And his sweetheart mortgages, allegedly? And his waitress sandwiches? And funky ass Ed Rendell? She's not trustworthy enough for them? Huh? Because she black? Because she checked you on some shit that you did that was foul? That's not trustworthy. That's not what trustworthy means. Mr. Biden's campaign is angry about a leak to Politico. No, the fuck you're not. No, you're not, because you haven't repudiated shit. I don't believe you. Mr. Dodd is scarcely alone in his lack of enthusiasm for Ms. Harris, whose own presidential campaign never matched his high expectations. She dropped out 2 months before voting began. Well, how the fuck was Kamala Harris supposed to make it to fucking Iowa when you had bitches like Ed Rendell and Chris Dodd and David Axelrod and John fucking Morgan, who are the motherfucking gatekeepers of the fucking people that get to get ahead in the motherfucking country? How the fuck was she supposed to do that? This is where they try to put off and say disadvantages or deficiencies. It's no fucking wonder she didn't make it. How was Joe Biden's campaign doing before Jim Clyburn endorsed him? Trash. He hobbled his motherfucking ass into goddamn South Carolina with 3 losses. We forgot that? There goes that white math. The thing I keep thinking about Kamala is her performance in the primary. Representative Philemon Vila of Texas, an early supporter of Mr. Biden. Mr. Vila said his top three choices were Miss Bass, Miss Rice, and Miss Duckworth. Well, I'm confused, Mr. Vila. When the fuck did Miss Bass, Miss Rice, and Miss Duckworth run for motherfucking president? So you're gonna say that Kamala's primary performance was an issue, but people who didn't even motherfucking run are better? They're gonna have more experience, they're gonna be better equipped for a presidential campaign than a motherfucker who ran a whole 1 year fucking campaign? Does that make sense? That's stupid, Mr. Vila. Your logic is fucking off. It's stupid. If anything, seeing a person's primary performance and seeing that the shit ain't fucking easy should put a premium on motherfuckers who at least got their motherfucking hats in the ring. Because there's no training wheels for a fucking presidential campaign. Okay? And even though Joe Biden had run and lost in two presidential campaigns, then he was on Barack Obama's ticket twice. So he's now on his fifth campaign for president. And he still went into South Carolina with no wins. So it can't be that easy, is it? Is it that easy? Mr. Fifth time's a charm? But you know what? Since she ran and she didn't win, despite what we see now, the massive headwinds against her, let's penalize her. And let's go pick somebody who didn't even fucking run. California Democrats, including several in Congress, have expressed their wariness about Ms. Harris to Mr. Biden's advisors. In some cases, they have guided him in the direction of Ms. Bass, who was highly regarded in her home state. Which California motherfuckers? You know what? Dianne Feinstein? You ain't slick. I would name some other motherfuckers, but I don't have confirmation on them. Kamala Harris had loads of endorsements from California. Okay? Kamala Harris is highly regarded in California. You cannot tell me that a motherfucking black woman wins every race in California, history-making races, and she's not regarded well? That don't even fucking make sense. She won statewide as AG with no police support. This is where you try to undermine her. This is where you try to degrade her. This is where you try to rewrite history. But you're lying on her. And whoever these jealous California Democratic bitches are, say it with your motherfucking chest so you can get dragged too. Don't go to the New York Times like a little bitch and fucking talk shit. Say it to your chest. Matter of fact, say it to Kamala. David Crane, a Democrat and former top advisor to Arnold Schwarzenegger, when he was governor of California, said he reached out to Mr. Biden's camp to tell him Miss Bass was a good person who cares about legislation. He said he conveyed his belief that she would be a far better partner for Mr. Biden than Miss Harris, who he said did not walk her talk on policy. That's bullshit. David funky ass Crane, motherfucker who worked for the Terminator, is sitting up there telling motherfuckers this black woman, not that black woman? What the fuck is you talking about? Kamala Harris, not only did she get a record-setting mortgage settlement, $20 billion for the state of California, but she, in addition to that, spearheaded the efforts for the Homeowner Bill of Rights in California. Kamala did that. And I had a whole live session a couple of days ago or weeks ago where I went through the motherfucking press conferences where people sang her fucking praises. So what the fuck is you talking about, David, stupid ass motherfucking lying ass Crane? That she doesn't walk her talk on policy. You full of shit. They've got to pick somebody who knows how to govern. What Mr. Crane said, stressing what he described as Mrs. Bass' gift for steering complex legislation. Karen Bass knows how to do that. Kamala Harris has never been in that position. That's a bold-faced motherfucking lie. Like I just literally said, Kamala Harris spearheaded the homeowner Bill of Rights in California as Attorney General. Kamala Harris was Attorney fucking General for 6 years in the largest state in the motherfucking country. And she had over 4,500 employees, an $800 million a year budget. And you trying to sit up there and say Kamala Harris don't know how to fucking govern? Bitch, what kind of crack are you fucking smoking? There goes that white math. These are all things that are literally, objectively disputable. I'm not saying anything. That's my opinion. I'm telling you what's objective fact. Objective fact is that Kamala Harris was a fucking executive of a department that is fucking 4,500 employees large, practically the size of fucking Hyundai, USA, a car company, that had an $800 million budget. And she's not a motherfucking person who knows how to govern? That's white math. As far as steering complex legislation, I had a thread where I talked about I had the press conferences for people singing Kamala's praises about the way that she steered all of these intergovernmental agencies to come up with legislative solutions. So David fucking Crane, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Let me see if there was anything else. I think that was it. Did I get to that one quote though? Let me just check. Oh, okay. For some reason I skipped this in the passage, but this is something I have to say. One Democrat close to Mr. Biden's campaign said its polling indicated that Miss Harris has little allure with black voters. Oh, really? Little allure? Even though she's the top pick of black voters? Y'all motherfuckers in that white math again. More telling. A Biden campaign official reached out to the New York Times unprompted. A Biden campaign official. For all you motherfuckers that sit up there and say, it's unnamed advisors, these people are, this is the no-name donor. Oh, nobody cares about this donor. A Biden campaign official reached out to the New York Times unprompted to say that some of the former vice president's own staff members are not supportive of her. So this is sanctioned by Joe Biden, and that's why if I missed anything, there's so much bullshit today. I hope somebody says something. Let me see. Let me check my DMs right now. I don't think I've missed anything. But the bottom line is this. This is sanctioned by the Biden campaign. It's either sanctioned through incompetence and impotence to control your motherfucking people, or it's sanctioned because you want other people to do your dirty work. Either way, you're personally responsible for it. And I don't know who you will pick. It seems like you're going out of your way to convince everybody that you shouldn't pick Kamala Harris, not for any substantive reason. Because this black ass bitch, that's how y'all motherfucking seem to view her, had the audacity to run for president. Had the audacity to not bow down to you bitches. So, it's sickening. It's sickening. I need a barf bag. I need to light some sage. Just talking about it, I'm going to have to light some sage up in my room. I'm going to have to do some aromatherapy to get these fucking the demon shit out of the air from just talking about your bullshit. Weak ass bitches. Anyway, the last thing that I'm going to say, somebody brought it back, Ricky Smiley. Okay, let me talk about Ricky Smiley right quick. Now, I didn't hear the whole thing. I'm just going off of what I'm told, but I don't see any reason why motherfuckers will lie to me. Okay, but let me say this. To the black media, to the black blue chicks, to the black lawmakers, to everybody who's called up Kamala Harris's motherfucking line and said, Kamala, please, help me, please. Kamala, endorse me, please. Kamala, send out a fundraising email for me, please. For all of y'all, speak the fuck up. Because y'all silence is pathetic. It's very noticeable. Why the fuck is Jennifer Rubin and a couple of white ladies the main ones talking about it? Sar Jones is. Where the fuck are the rest of y'all at? And on the topic of Ricky Smiley, don't fucking sit up here and regurgitate bullshit or allow people on your platform to regurgitate shit that they got from fucking memes. The black media legacy used to be something about empowering black people, about educating black people, about speaking truth to power, about uplifting black people seeking political power. It used to be about that. Now, all I see from most of you bitches is cowardice, is laziness, because it's lazy to not know your subject. It's lazy to allow people to come on there and regurgitate shit. It's lazy to not know what the fuck you're talking about. It's expected from the white media, from the mainstream media. But from y'all? I look like an asshole because I said, Kamala, do black media. And the black media is some fucking assholes too. With the exception of Roland Martin that I've seen. If there's somebody else that's out there, then you let me know. What's happening right now is unconscionable. It deserves outrage. Not just from me, not just from y'all in these comments, from everybody. And you wouldn't stand for it if it were happening to Elizabeth Warren. You wouldn't. Even if it was happening to Stacey Abrams, you wouldn't stand for it. But go on ahead and think that this is a Kamala thing. Go on ahead. Some of y'all are saying people that spoke up, I'm not impressed with what they spoke up and said. So I'm not going to call them out. Grow fucking pair balls. If you can't call out something so fucking egregiously wrong and degrading and despicable and unprecedented, then what the fuck are you there for? And that's all that I have to say. For now. This is a key weekend. I hope that you want whichever motherfucker fucking way the wind blows. Make a fucking substantive, informed decision. And pick the most qualified person. And if you don't, it's going to be evident. And if you don't, you're going to have to deal with the consequences of that. Because this is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. And the motherfucking Republicans is ready for your ass. They're ready. And you're giving them a lot to go off of. So do fucking better. Period.